Hey, Drew James here from LearnGuitarInLondon.com, and I'm doing Stick Season by Noah Kahan. I hope I'm saying that right, Noah. Apologies if I'm not. Fret 2 with the capo for this to make it easier to play and to fret. I've also seen people playing it without the capo and doing it in the key of A, where we've got an A and F sharp minor. It makes the chords a little bit harder, and to be honest, the difference on the record playing along, it's a minor detail, but I think fret 2 with the capo to get the hang of it. Let's face it, the thing that is the most challenging about this song isn't necessarily the chords, but more the picking pattern. So for those of you that are coming to this thinking, how on earth do I play this song? It's so quick. I'm going to be spending a lot of time working on the picking pattern with you today and making sure that you can play that Travis style picked pattern as quickly as you can. And then we'll get into the strumming and move from there. Let's get started. So with your capo on fret 2, we do need a G note here on fret 3. Now we don't need the full G for now, so I don't see the point in making the whole G that you're going to need later on in the song. Instead, you can just hold down fret 3 with the middle finger on the thickest string, and then you can start learning on this picking pattern, okay? So the picking pattern, it will be on screen with crosses to help you with playing it and picking it through, is thumb on the thickest string to play that 3, then pinching the D and the B string together. So this will be, if it was written in tab, this would be a 3, and these would be zeros. Then 3rd fret, again with the thumb, so we've got. Next, index. So the index plays the G string, okay? So my thumb's always in charge of the top 3 strings, index finger's in charge of the G string, middle finger's in charge of the B string. And actually this song we never use the thinnest string on the ring finger. So we've got thumb, pinching D and B, then thumb, then index. That's what we've got so far. Let's carry on. We've then got thumb, pinch, thumb, index, thumb on D, index. It's really important that you can get it sounding like what I'm doing before you even begin to speed it up. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. That's the rhythm as well, which is important. And 4, and. Now I'm just going to start to speed it up. You can follow along with me. And don't worry if you fall off or if you break. 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2. This is about the speed of the song. So it's it's a quick, it's a nippy little tune, right? Nippy picking pattern to keep it. So the beginning of the song has just that, really. You do it 4 times. 1, 2, 3. And as you're about to do the 4th, he just pinches the thickest string and the B string and then stops the strings like that. And that's that intro. I'll do it slower. And then you're off into the vocal and into the next part of the song, okay? So really work at that speed. So you need to bring that speed up to keep that thumb going. But you can't do that until you know that pattern really well. So make sure that you know that pattern without thinking about it anymore. It's got to be in the back of your brain, and then you can start to speed it up, okay? So I've showed you that intro. When it gets into the singing, as you promised me that I was more than all the miles combined. So we do the G for 4 passes. We're then going to move to a D chord. Now with your D chord, so that's fret 2 on the G string, fret 2 on the thinnest, and fret 3 on the B string, strumming the bottom 4 if we were strumming it. With the picking pattern on this, so it's very similar. So we're going to go thumb on the D string, then pinching the D and the B string, because we don't have any more bass notes for the thumb to find within this chord. So we're going, then thumb on the D, index on the G, thumb on the D, index. So there's a lot of thumb on the D. So that'll be 4 of those as well at full speed, but that's the picking pattern for that. So always getting used to that picking pattern because we're going to do that for every single chord. So far we've got G, D, then into an E minor. So with the E minor, we're holding down fret 2 on the A string and the D string. I like to use my middle and ring finger to do that, but if you do it this way, that's fine. Doesn't really matter too much for this tune. So with this, it's thumb on the thickest, and it's the same picking pattern as the G was, exactly the same. But you'll just have this extra E note that you're holding down, or fret 2 on the D string, which will make the sound of the E minor as well as the open strings. So the same picking pattern as we had for the G. 4 times, and finally the last proper chord we're going to need in the song. Good old pop songs, just four or five chords and we're all done. And then it's a C from here. With that C chord, we are holding down fret 3 on the A string, fret 2 on the D, and fret 1 on the B. And the picking pattern for this is exactly the same as the G, but the bass note, the starting note that we play twice in the pattern, is the A string now. We don't ever play the thickest string. So it's bass, pinch, thumb, index, middle, index. And we do that 4 times as well. And then everything repeats into verse 2. E minor 4 times and a C 4 times, and then we've got strum and holds. We're just gonna strum and hold and we strum and hold. So if you're a beginner, this is by far the easiest bit to learn, and you can start playing this and put this together and do the lovely singing that happens with it. So the chord that he strums and holds is our folk G, or it doesn't matter if you just do this G, but the folk G just has the ring and pinky finger on the B and the E string, and we're strumming all 6 strings, and he gives them a good old whack there. And then he moves to a D chord, and the ring finger stays where it is from that chord. If you can leave that there, great, and then move the index and middle to make the D. Then to an E minor. I just like to play the victor drink. Then it's to the C chord, okay? All strummed and hold. Now, when I'm strumming, when I'm in fingerstyle mode, because we can't go and pick up a plectrum, I suppose we could, we do have a break, but we're not going to. I like to strum with the tip of my index finger. I've actually got a video all about how to strum with your fingers on guitar, which I really recommend you check out. It's been really helpful for people. I've put a link in the video now. So I'm strumming with the tip of my index finger as I'm going down on that. So that order of chords was G, D, G, 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 D. Forgot that I exist, and I E minor, and C. Now, the only thing with the C is the timing is a little offbeat. So if you listen out for alk of alcohol in the words, it will really help you get the timing. My fault, but I just like to play the victim. I'll drink alcohol. So then just go for the alk and you'll get it in time. And then he does bring the pattern in a little early, but for now I'm just going to ignore that and just go into what the full rhythm pattern is. So it's very similar to what your finger picking rhythm was, but we'll put it into a strumming motion. It's down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down. Okay, so we have G 4 times, D, E minor, C, then D, and then G. So, and I'm split in half, but that'll have to do ooh, ooh, ooh. That is 2 C's and 2 D's. So 1 C, that'll have to do G. And then he does that and a strum and stop, like he did with that, but it's with a rhythm pattern. So it's down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, stop. And then you're going to carry on with that rhythm pattern, with that order of chords for your second verse. So G, and then D. And you're just going to keep that going, okay, throughout the tune. So really, your song has two elements. It's got sort of same order of chords, and then it has either a what's called a Travis picking pattern or a strumming. And that gives you all that you need to play the entire song. That's all that happens throughout the tune. It's just another verse, another chorus, and then it's done and you're out there. So I really hope that's been helpful. If it has, give the video a thumbs up and keep on playing.